Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online, and what's better than one space potato? That would be two space potatoes. So Katsuko did train up to the Dominiks as well when we were doing the post bash. Obviously we got everyone in Dominiks, so we could do like sentry drones from everyone, but I decided to take him into a sleeper site, show him what it's like to do a sleeper site in the Dominiks, show him how relaxed it all is. And we're going to test that out here. Unfortunately, you can't use Tech 2 sentry drones at the moment, but I must say that it seems that the buff to Tech 1 drones has really helped them a lot. The gap between Tech 1 and Tech 2 has narrowed quite a little bit, and so even with the Tech 1 sentry drones, Katsu can actually handle stuff very easily in the Dominiks. This way, obviously, tank-wise, it's absolutely no problem. A battleship in a C1 wormhole has more than enough hit points. I don't think we even get to armor on this one. Not 100% sure anymore. But there we go. It took me quite a long time to actually target stuff, and they were focusing on Katsu's Dominiks, so I only got to shoot later on. But there you can see him work on the Awakened Escort, and it's not bad. It's quite comparable to my guards. It's a little bit less. Yeah, it's doing a pretty decent job right there. And yeah, doing these C1 sites in the Dominiks or in two Dominiks is like so easy, so relaxing almost. You know, you are a little bit, you never know if something else shows up. But I almost feel like if we were not in a pod, we'd be walking around the bridge there in our pajamas with the early morning coffee, doing these sites, just telling our drones what to do there. Very relaxed, very easy. And it's with two Dominikses, if I don't make the mistake of telling Katsu to shoot at a patroller with his sentry drones, which he's doing right now. So you're not seeing any damage coming from him. That was a little bit of a mistake. It's also very, very smooth, and yeah, it's just really easy. So by now we have 4 Dominikses in the wormhole, so that my brother and Arvalis also have their own Dominikses. I like my current fit. It may be a little bit weird, but the bonus to the smart bombs is not bad. In fact, if I activate all 5 of them, I will take care of small sleeper drones in one go as well, which is very handy for stuff like the mining anomalies or the gas sites, where they sometimes spawn right on your warping. So I can then just go in with my Dominiks, clean them up with the smart bombs, go back out and get back to the gas mining, which I do from time to time. Some of the clouds are worth a decent amount of money. Yeah, I also put a point on there. I'm not seeing it. I should have a point on there on my current fit. This is probably still my previous fit, so I think I changed the cloaking device, which is really not useful if you're the biggest chip in the system, to a newt, and I also put a point on the Dominiks, that I'm ready in case something would happen PvP wise. But in the meantime, we're just clearing stuff off. As you can see, they did get me into armor a little bit, but at that point the resists kick in, and it's really easy with a large armor rep to keep up right there. And Katsuko is finally on a right target, dealing with one of those Awakened Escorts. Mine, let me see here, yeah, I'd say it's a little bit higher, of course. I get through the armor a little bit more quickly, but once he adds his damage, boom, there it goes, straight through the structure. And then there's just 4 more mediums to take care of. All pretty easy, all pretty damn smooth, and this is a good feeling for us, you know. We've not had other invasions by other people putting bosses in our wormhole so far, so if we've been able to just farm whatever spawns in, go outside the wormhole, do a little bit of exploration over there, do a little bit of logistics depending on what we want to do. People have been skilling up to some other ships which we've never needed in Isaac, you know, stuff like an interdictor can be very interesting, so that we can actually catch people with bubbles. Katsuko is also training for an Amar hack, because he really likes the look of that. So that's pretty much the way we've been playing EVE Online at the moment, and without enemies present, it's a lot more relaxed as well. There we go, look at the sleeper while his friend actually explodes, and I think this is where we see, is it the wardens that Katsu is actually using at the moment. Yeah, look at that, those small lasers. I like that graphically a lot better than the guards. You can actually see those sentry drones firing lasers from very far away at that sleeper drone. That was pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, like this, if you use the sentry drones on the right targets, it's very smooth, very fast. We cleared these sites in like less than 10 minutes right now, which also reduces our risk. And if there's more of us, we have some battlecruisers ready to like go into another wormhole, do a few sites there. It's a lot more versatile than just living in high sec, that's for sure. Another advantage as well of having 2 Dominiks on the field is that we actually have 10 salvage drones that can do the work, so that's a little bit faster as well. And there you go, a tip by someone else was to put individual salvage drones on individual wrecks, and I must say that that does seem to work. That speeds the salvaging process up quite a little bit as well. And a good idea is to deploy them, press F so that they start their random salvaging, and then go into the targeting and putting individual drones on individual wrecks, because in between their cycles, or if you're not sure which one is on which wreck, the other ones will actually automatically keep retargeting something else at random and keep salvaging. So that's all looking pretty good. And yeah, that's basically an update on the wormhole here. We've gotten everyone in a Dominiks. People are training for a couple of different chips. I hope that everyone is also going to train for Tech 2 sentry drones, because that could really help us out as well. I need to bring in some more smart bombs so that everyone can have some smart bombs on their Dominikses. If everyone has that, I do feel that this can actually do surprising amount of damage as well, especially with the bonuses here. But other than that, it's been decently relaxed in the last few weeks after the post bash. We've had a few visits. We've tried to catch a legion. Unfortunately, Katsu lost a point at one. He had an interceptor on him. He had the point, but he lost him. So unfortunately, I was on my way with the Dominiks to try and kill him, but unfortunately, we did not get the kill, and so I can't show you any of that either. But we tried the occasional PvP as well. If something good shows up on the scan, we try and chase after it. Unfortunately, so far we've not been successful. I think with an interdictor, when we can bubble stuff up, we might have a much better chance. And Katsu also has a crow that can pretty much indefinitely hold someone at a good distance, so that should help us as well. We're making plans for a little bit of everything, and I must say, living in a C1 wormhole that way is pretty good for the versatility. You know, we've had several nullsec exits, we've had some visits from there, we've had a lot of other wormholes pop in, and wherever we end up in highsec, it's always very close to like some low sec systems for some exploration and stuff like that there as well. So it's all a good fun. And we are taking our time to analyze everything. Here is the loot, so almost 4 million in blue loot. I also have 2 melted nano ribbons, so that's around 10 million. I'd say 15 to 20 million is actually the average for these combat sites, but 10 million right there, another day of fuel for the boss. So in the meantime, we warp back to the station, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next time.